Silakan Pak.
Selamat siang Pak Paul, silakan.
Selamat siang Pak Yongki. Kamar sudah bisa dibuka untuk umum.
Oke.
Dan Pak Wagub bisa masuk. Dan para peserta yang lain juga dipersilakan masuk. Terima kasih Pak Yongki.
Terima kasih Pak.
Selamat siang Pak Ardana, moderator saya akan cakap hari ini.
Pak Wagub, standby.
Pak Joko, Pak Yongki.
Selamat siang Pak. Dari Thailand juga teman-teman dari Thailand sudah ada yang masuk Pak.
Oh ya, waduh terima kasih banyak.
Kita masih menunggu kehadiran Pak Wagub.
Hari ini yang terdaftar berapa banyak semua Pak?
Cukup lumayan banyak Pak, tapi karena memang kemudian kita buka untuk umum, jadi tidak tercatat. Niki, welcome Niki, Vito Thailand.
Hi, good afternoon everyone.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sawadee.
Sawadee Kak Kunka. Or Pincha? Which one is right?
Yes,
Just to call you Nikki?
yes, that's fine. It's fine.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ka.
How is everything there? So, are you in Jakarta or in which part of Indonesia?
Oh, separated.
Ah, I see.
We are actually spreading all over Indonesia.
Okay.
I myself in Bali, and your friend Mr. Adana is also in Bali.
Okay.
And I have my other colleagues in Jakarta. Yeah, and some from Bandung.
Oh, I love Bandung.
Jakarta.
And also from
Makassar,
Kalimantan.
Sulawesi.
Wow, you are from different part of Indonesia. That's so great.
Yeah, from different province.
Yeah, I love Bandung so much. We brought media group like bloggers last time, around 10 bloggers, went to Bandung. It was so amazing because we never know, like the Bandung weather is very cool, not that hot, and you have like craters, you have plantation, you have the street art and everything. So cool.
Is that cooler than Chiang Mai?
Well, almost the same. But you know, Chiang Mai has just only like culture and some nature. But you have like different things, like very good combination in Bandung. It's very cool.
And Niki, do you know that His Excellency King Rama V and King Rama VII had been visited Bandung in 1896 and 1901?
Yeah,
in a different time.
We brought the group to Daha Pati. It's a restaurant where our prince and princess were exiled. I mean, were living that time, correct?
It was in 18, not 19, 18 years. Rama V and Rama VII.
Yeah, Rama V. Yeah. We visit.
And thank you for the white elephant.
Oh yeah.
It was placed in Jakarta today at the museum, National Museum.
Yeah.
We call it white elephant.
And last time we passed by a place or an area in Jakarta where it was the hotel that our King Rama V stayed. Not sure like what is the name of the hotel or area. But yeah, we have a very good relationship with each other.
And Nikki, we are still waiting for the Vice Governor.
Oh yeah.
Pak Wagub sudah hadir, Pak.
Oh,
sudah ya? Sudah hadir tapi belum datang masih.
Sudah hadir, Pak.
Oh, sudah ya?
hadir. Sudah hadir.
Oke.
Hadir.
Om
Sudah hadir.
Swastiastu.
Om Swastiastu, Pak.
Iya, Pak.
Sudah dari
Yeah.
kemarin di sini.
So, Miss Nikki and all friends, His Excellency Vice Governor of Bali, he's now with us. Yes.
สวัสดีค่ะ Selamat siang.
Selamat siang, Bu Niki.
Nice to meet you. I'm Nikki. I'm the Vito from Thailand and Indochina.
You are based in Chiang Mai or in Bangkok?
In Bangkok, actually.
I see. Kita mulai, Pak Yongki.
Mari Pak, silakan.
Okay. Good afternoon, His Excellency, Your Excellency, the Vice Governor of Bali. Good afternoon, Miss Nikki, Vito, Thailand. Mr. Peu Pin Hop and Miss Musa. Are you there? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, all my colleagues. We are now today is actually to have and to talk about the prospect of market, Thailand market. So I would like to welcome all of you to be with us. Especially I would like to welcome Bapak Wakil Gubernur Bali, who is willing to be with us this afternoon and will give his keynote speak. So please, Pak, your time now. Thank you. Silakan Bapak.
Saya, Pak, ya? Pak Paul, Pak Tutardano, you are here.
Saya, Pak, ya? Pak Gub langsung apa saya?
Ya, silakan Pak Dana.
Bapak Wagub langsung.
Mungkin tiang dulu Pak Wagub.
Taris Pak Tut, taris.
Sawadika, selamat siang, selamat sore, and good afternoon to all of you. And first of all, Your Excellency, the Vice Governor of Bali, Bapak Chacha, and then Kun Niki. So I think I better call you Kun Niki. Is that okay? Yeah, Kun Niki, you are representing Indonesia, the Ministry of Tourism of the Republic of Indonesia. Kun Niki as Vito, and at this stage, later we would like you to talk more about the media from the side of media. And then also I would like to greet and welcome Mr. Just a minute, the president of TTAA, Thailand Travel Agent Association, Mr. Sutipong Kun Pimpop. If I may call you Kun Sutipong, is that okay? Are you already in the room?
Ready.
Okay. And then I would like also to greet and welcome Miss Kuamas Musho. I know her very well, and if it's okay, I call you Kuntai. So, okay, where are you, Kuntai? Sawadika?
Yes. Sawadika, I'm here.
Okay. And then I also would like to greet all my colleagues at IINTOA. IINTOA is the Indonesia Inbound Tour Operator Association. So we are coming from almost all over Indonesia. We are gathering in this association for inbounders. So these tour operators are in charge to bring tourists from everywhere, from all over the world, and of course, including Thailand. So I would like to thank you very much to all of you for joining this online seminar. It's very important for us to hear from all of you. It's a pandemic because we are all in difficulty in facing this situation for already nearly over 5 months. But of course, we don't want to have this situation or condition continuing. I would like to start or to begin for tourism again worldwide. Of course, Indonesia and Thailand are also expecting for that. Yeah, so we are inviting the civil party to deliver the speech. This stage, as I already mentioned to you now. So everyone who joining this online seminar would like to hear from you, from the president of TTAA, from you, Kun Nikki, and also Kun Thai. How is the situations in Thailand and how potential is Thai market for the future of Indonesian market. So when we talk about Indonesia, it's not only Bali, but we also have other very beautiful destinations in the country. We have Lombok, we have Yogyakarta, we have Komodo, we have Sumatra, we have Kalimantan. So we would like to hear from you. Will the future for Thai people still only Bali is popular, or perhaps you probably will also try to promote other destinations because they are also very, very interesting, very beautiful. Okay, so I think to make it begin this online seminar, I would like to give the chance, the opportunity to our Vice Governor, Bapak Cho Ace. Time is yours, Pak Wagub. Thank you.
Thank you, Pak Ardana. Honorable Chairman of Indonesian Inbound Operator Association, Bapak Paul Endi Mudus Telu, Honorable Speakers, ladies and gentlemen, Om Swastiastu. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon for us all. It is an honor for me to attend this webinar and to meet with you all virtually. In these short remarks, I would like to give some review of the current development in Bali regarding our readiness in facing the new normals. Ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, COVID-19 pandemic has been spreading throughout all over the world. Almost there is no country which is free from this virus. Bali is also not exception. Bali sustained its status with 0 positive case until March 4. Since then, positive cases in Bali have been increasing. Today, it's reached 3,644 cases. Our recovery rate today is 86.94%. The death rate in Bali is also very low, which is only 1.32%. If we look at the graphs, we can see that it is still moving upward. However, Bali, as the world's class tourism destination, has relatively lower cases compared to other regions in Indonesia. Even better, recently, the number of recovered patients in Bali is very high. I hope Bali can flat the curve soon and our life will get better. The success story of Bali has been supported by the characters of Balinese. Balinese believe in the concept of duality existence called Rua Bineda. The concepts tell a story that everything is in this world always existed in couples, black and white, good and evil, and etc. Both dualities will always try its best to maintain the balance and the harmony taught the law of universe. The concept is similar with Chinese yin and yang. With social characters helps Balinese to successfully cope this pandemic. We believe this pandemic will be over eventually. The pandemic is the way how nature balance the harmony. Balinese has been doing relentless efforts supported by all stakeholders, including the local people, to tackle the pandemic. This is done both Skala or physically and Skala spiritually. In Skala manners, Balinese do religion ceremonies and rituals for keeping Bali safe during COVID-19 pandemic. These ceremonies were done as a form of apology to the God and nature for our greed and faults, and also to pray for the better condition in Bali. The values of Balinese cultures and philosophy lives throughout the heart of the peoples. It maintains the holistic healing powers of the Paradise Island for millennials. In scale, Bali has been doing its best to cut the spreading of COVID-19 as well as to improve the recovery rate. This is done throughout the support of all stakeholders from the governments, private to social level. All efforts to crush the virus divided into three aspects: regulation, human resources, and health facilities. In the regulation aspect, the government of Bali province has been enacted a new normal protocols to be implemented in 14 crucial sectors related to public service, business and commerce, and transportation. Throughout this protocol, Bali has been doing strict measures to ensure that the safety of the islands. The government of Bali province also conduct a strict screening at all entrance of Bali Island. One example of this is in requirement for international airline travelers coming to Bali. All international passengers need to show a negative result of PCR or swab test as a proof of their health condition prior to enter Bali. Bali also makes a mandatory for flight passengers to fill health alert card or HAC. The cards contain information to passengers regarding the current public health condition in Bali and the emergency context if they need any assistance. HAC also greatly helped Indonesian government in improving its outbreaks, traceability, and monitoring performance. In support for the mitigation efforts during the pandemic times, Bali prepares 18 designated hospitals, all over Bali capable in treating COVID-19 patients. These hospitals are also equipped with isolation rooms in accordance with the health standard. In addition, Bali also prepared 7 special laboratories equipped with 12 PCR testing instruments capable to conduct 2,070 tests per day. In private sector, all tourism business such as hotel, restaurant, villa, tourist attraction, and etc. is preparing its best for the new normal and when Bali is open again for international tourists. We have established a verification team to check and monitor the implementation of health protocol at its business in the highest standards. In addition, Bali also established Gotong Royong, which means working together task force. This special task force was the first in Indonesia which involved customary village in Bali. This is a great example of good synergy between local community and the government in an effort to cut off the spreading of the virus by utilizing local wisdom. Each village has its own guardians called pecalang to help monitoring the movement of people in and out of village. They also help maintaining the disciplines among villagers in following health protocols such as wearing masks when going out and practicing physical distancing. Ladies and gentlemen, the Paradise Island of Bali has continued to improve its resilience in spiritual way with the Balinese holistic powers, as well as the physical with the God capacity of medical facilities and the implementation of health protocol. This is done in hope that Bali will be able to quickly get the opportunity to be a leading tourism destination once in time has arrived for it to open again. Such opportunity can be obtained as long as we can give guarantee to the visiting tourists that they will be safe from the risk of getting infected with COVID-19 during their time in Bali. This is why we decided to reopen Bali instead and throughout strict monitoring in order to revive the economic. Bali has started to allow local people to travel since 9th of July. Health protocols is of course of mandatory for travels. And then Bali also started to allow domestic tourists to come to Bali since July 31st. They are free to travel to Bali, but we recommend them to stay in the verified hotels and attraction for their safety. Hopefully, if everything goes smoothly, I wish we can see Bali to reopen for international tourism in September 11th. This depends on the policy of national level and the current condition in Bali. Honorable speakers and participants, I really want to be with you until the end of this webinars, but unfortunately I must attend another meeting which I cannot delegate. So for that reasons, my representative will be staying with you and answering all your questions for the rest of the webinars. I probably introduce Miss Ida Ayu Indah. She is the head of Destination Marketing Division in Tourism Office of Bali Province. Ibu Dayu Indah has been working really hard during the pandemic with me, and especially in developing tourism strategy during this trying time. Thank you for your kind understanding. I hope the webinar today will attract more interesting discussion. Lastly, I also wish that we can improve the tourism cooperation between Thailand and Bali, as well as attracting more Thai people to visit us again in Bali, because actually Thailand and Bali has very similar cultures. So thank you very much, and Om Santi 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 Om. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam wabarakatuh.
Terima kasih banyak Pak Choache. Thank you so much for all your explanation. That was great. So you explained very well about the island of Bali. So all speakers and ladies and gentlemen, the participant, the Vice Governor of Bali already explained that Bali has been a long time as a world tourist destination, which is famous for culture and all the religious activities, and that now to welcome the new normal, Bali is also ready with all the health protocol, as already very clearly explained by the Vice Governor. I'm not going to conclude what he was trying to explain, but Bali is ready to begin or to welcome international tourism starting from 11 September. So of course, among the ASEAN countries, we all would like that we can work together and helping each other, and we can move on. Thailand sending people, tourists to Indonesia, and Indonesia also sending tourists to Thailand and other countries in the ASEAN countries, of course. So now I would like to move on to the second speaker. The second speaker is Kuniki from Fito. As you are representing the Ministry of Tourism of the Republic of Indonesia, so I believe that you know many places in Indonesia. So I believe that you can give lots of comment also about this destination, and then I hope that you also can give some good ideas to help and to support all our inbounders, all our inbound tour operators in Indonesia, so that our tourism in Indonesia can move on and can develop better, and we can receive more Thai people as tourists to Indonesia, not only Bali but also the surrounding of Indonesia, as well as tourists from other part of Thailand, from Indochina, because you are representing Thailand and Indochina. Thank you very much, and the time is yours, Kuniki. Thank you.
All right, so first of all, Selamat siang and Sawadee ka to all honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let me share my slide first. Okay, I should.
Is that okay, Koniki? Is that correct?
Yes, but can I share my own slide? Can you keep the control to me so I could
Yes,
share
yes.
my slide from my
Yes,
from
we
my
can
screen?
control.
No, I mean like just authorize like my screen to share myself.
Oh, you want to do yourself?
To share
Okay.
myself, yes.
All right.
So
No
when I
problem.
talk, I can click, I can change easily,
Okay,
right?
good.
No
So,
problem. Okay. Now you are available
right.
for
So
share
now,
screen.
so I hope that everyone could see my presentation now.
Yes.
All right. So again, first of all, thank you very much for the Indonesian Inbound Tour Operator Association from Indonesia who invited me to be the speaker today. I'm so happy to see you all, and hopefully that we could know more something about the prospect and potential for the Thailand market as the topic of the subject today. My name is Nikki Pinya Pincha. I represent the Visit Indonesia Tourism Officer or VITO for Thailand and Myanmar, Vietnam, that we call Thailand and Indochina market. So we are representing these three countries at the beginning, but we mainly based in Thailand first. So let's see about what I'm going to give my talk today. I have just 4 agendas, which would be very quickly in 15 minutes. And after that, I think we should have the Q&A session together. So we're going to start with you first about the COVID-19 situation update in Thailand. Second, we follow by the Thai outbound tourism market insight. And next, we're going to see the future trends of Thai traveler and also what we could recommend for Indonesian inbound tour operators. So let's see. At the beginning of the pandemic that have been spread over around the world until now, for Thailand, as of August 6th, we have the confirmed case around like 3,330, but we recover already 3,148. But the good news is that in Thailand, we have no local transmission for the pandemic for 74 days. But by the way, if you see from the news or if you know the people in Thailand, when we go in the public spaces, we still need to wear the face mask, and there are some temperature screening or alcohol gel for washing your hands, for the hand sanitizer using every public transportation. So in Thailand, we quite implement the protocol of the clean and healthy and safety very, very, very well and very strict in every almost of the country. So now in Thailand, we come into the phase number 5 that the emergency decree is extended until the end of this month. So what does it mean for the phase 5? So now people come back or resume to their normal life in shopping malls and convention exhibition facilities, resume for normal operation until no later than 10 p.m. And pubs and bars and karaoke bars and everything can open until midnight, but promotional activity are still prohibited. For game, internet cafe can resume for normal operation, but service are still limited at the specific hours. Bath, sauna, massage establishment can return to normal operation, but this would be specified by the law, which we need to follow the government rules very, very strictly. And for next one, Thailand has been drafting the 3 phases for the reopening. You have state quarantine measures, like if the people come back from the overseas countries, they still need to be quarantined at the state place around like 14 days. And we have 3 groups of the tourists from overseas that are allowed at the first phase where we're gonna have the reopening of the country. So the phase 1, we allow the business traveler, investor, skilled workers, or people with a Thai family member that living in overseas and they would like to come back into the country. And phase 2, we have the medical tourism travelers who want to come to check up and everything. And phase number 3, of course, we expect the general tourists from internationally to come to our country again. But well, because of, as of today, we have heard the news that the situation around the world is still, you know, on the increasing number, maybe second wave or third or something. So we still need to delay our plan to reopen in the country. But by the way, as you may have heard, that Thailand ranked number 1 on the global COVID-19 recovery index. So come to the second topic of my talk. So come to the outbound tourism insight. So actually the total population of Thailand, we have around like 69 million people. And we can see that Thai people, they go overseas around like, 5 to 10% of the total population. We can see the increasing number of every year. From 2019, last year, we estimate around like 10 million people, Thai people go overseas. But well, because of the pandemic, this one can reduce the number a lot. That we're gonna talk later. But in general, what you can see about Thai about tourist profile. So for around like 10 million people that go overseas, they go to ASEAN, 3.6 million. Apart from that, they go to Europe, Middle East, and normally they go out for the leisure, followed by business. And the age of the people that go is around like 25 to 34 years old. And male travelers have more proportion rather than female. And this, on the right hand of the table, you can see the type of the spending of Thai people when they go overseas. Of course, first they focus on, they pay more on the accommodation, food and beverage, shopping, sightseeing, and entertainment. And we could spend estimation number of the day that you could spend in Indonesia is around 5 days. But I would say honestly that we need to spend around 1 or 2 days for flying to Indonesia or back in some destination, not like Bali or Jakarta that have more frequent flights. But if we want to go to Yogyakarta, we want to go to, Central Java, we need to take a day more. But top 5 outbound destination for Thai people, number first would be Japan. Second and third is Laos and Malaysia because of the border attachment. They could travel across the border. Fourth is South Korea and then Vietnam. But don't worry, Indonesian are still among the top 12 of the top destination that Thais would visit every year. So this is the number of departure of Thai outbound tourists. So you can see the increasing number like 5 to 8% every year. And normally they go out with as a non-package tour. So it means FIT play more majority of the Thai tourists going out. And for the last latest number of statistics, January to May of this year, of course, we can see that the number decreased like 65% of the Thai tourists to go to Indonesia. But well, let's come. Top 5, what are the top 5 Indonesian cities that Thais prefer? First, Bali, of course, is number 1 because of the popularity and also the more frequent of the flight. Second, Jakarta, of course. Third, Surabaya. And fourth, Batam Bintan. And fifth is the Medan because of the flights that we have. And it is because of the numbers that we record year by year from the 2014 until the last year. So actually, I just want to share with you about what are the 6 selected traveler groups of Thai and how we could create and could recommend the destination in Indonesia to match with the style or the character of these 6 traveler groups from Thailand. So Thai people, we can categorize into 6 groups. First, family-oriented that are very traditional. So we would recommend to go to Yogyakarta, to go to Bali, to go to see the temple and everything. And second, the blue collar, so the one that are like strikers, like employees, regular farmers, merchants, we would recommend them to go to Yogyakarta. Third, for family-oriented, that who make the travel with family with normally, we recommend you to go, of course, Bali, Yogyakarta still. And number 4, white collar, who are the one that on the, officers, entrepreneurs, and salarymen who look for the self-rewards. So, and number 5, signature hunters, the one that won the discovery and also millennium as a number 6 of the group. So we recommend other destinations that are still unseen, new, and very, very memorable, and also like the experience that they have never expect that, wow, in Indonesia they also have. Like last time we tried to recommend Bandung, as I mentioned earlier, is Java, Labuan Bajo, Lombok, Sumba Island, Sulawesi. I think these are very potential destinations that we could recommend it to Thai, according to their character and their preference. So let's see what is the market expectation and trend. As we may know that the Thai tourists after the COVID, of course, the first factor that make that decision to go to travel is about the cleanliness and safety. Second, about pricing. Of course, you need to have a very, very, pricing strategy, attractive package. Let's say that after COVID-19 promotion package, I think you could launch. This is so specific, decided for the tourists of this group after the COVID-19. Flexibility, of course, as you may know that the situation are still unsure and unpredictable, let's say. So I think if you could keep the condition or flexibility of availability or extension of the booking condition, I think this could be another benefit that you could see. And last one, as I mentioned earlier, unseen location. Like Thai people now, they love to get something unseen because, as you know, Thailand has a lot of variety. But what Indonesian could offer, like, I'm sure you have a lot like Momo, Kawaitian, Rinjani, and other destinations apart from Bali, as I mentioned earlier, Bandung, Yogyakarta, and other things that you could see. And we had the survey from the Tourism Thailand that they just launched about the opinion of the Thai tourists. This is just only group sampling. For domestic trip, around like 49% of Thai, they would definitely take a trip to domestic one, and 13% probably do so. For the livelihood to plan to travel abroad or overseas, after COVID-19, just only feel like 7% of Thai would definitely take a foreign overseas trip, and 25% they probably do so. But I still would recommend that you need still to see the opportunity of that 70% of people, because I'm sure we are stuck at home, travel domestically, but I think people, they always need to travel overseas to see some different culture, to get out of what they get used to. So don't lose the hope, we still get the chance and get the opportunity. So what we would recommend for Indonesian inbound tour operator to enter to the market, first we recommend you to partner with a local partner. Like today we have the TTAA, our Thai Travel Agent Association. We have tour operators, partner, local tour operator, Thai tour operator. We have airlines, we have bank, we have PR agency, and I think this we could find a local partner who knows the market and help you to enter the market very well. You can participate in e-trade show, local B2B and B2C events. So if I have any news about a B2B event, I could let you know as well. And I think now the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy of Indonesia, we are still planning for the B2B section too, to link your Indonesian tour operators with the Thai local operators. And next, after the COVID, of course, we still need to push a lot of budget and investment to organize a fan trip for media and influencers and local agents. Last time I mentioned, I brought the bloggers to go to Jakarta, Bandung, and now Bandung was in the social media a lot because of these group of the people have influence in terms of new experience and new destination in Indonesia. And you can see as well, like once we come back, we all do the promotion, like, you know, next new definition like Bromo, you know, Kawaiian, Yogyakarta, Solo Seberang, food, everything that I think is new for the Thai market. And next, you would invest in digital marketing as well. Like Vito Thailand, we have created a Facebook page, Thai language, what we call Go Indo. So we're gonna see how this could be help us to build a community of the Indonesia fan club. So we would have a group of the people who are so addicted with Indonesia. So we try to build up this community to help them to communicate with them during even the crisis and also the future when we could travel. So we try to promote in, you know, in social media and online media as well. Like last time you could see, we went to Pekanbaru. It's a very new destination. The Pekanbaru governor or the Riau province, they organized this trip and we brought the media there. And once they come back, they put in the news. It's more than like, you know, 30,000 people share and read our article. So apart from that, we also try to come up with activities. We did organize a live to promote, you know, because people, I think they miss the day that they experience the destination. So we use food as our ambassador to link with them. So we did live like food show, eating, and then these two is bloggers that we invite them to come to share the memorable trip of Indonesia, and we eat Indonesian food to make people like, you know, thinking and reminding people about Indonesia. Apart from that, I see a lot of other countries now, they invest in also producing PR material or promotional materials in Thai language. They have TTAA, Japan, Taiwan, Korea. They put in different theme and different, you know, material according to the preference and the style of the Thai tourists. I think Indonesia could do the same. And apart from that, yeah, as I mentioned earlier, top activity that you could draw the Thai tourist attention, shopping, sightseeing, cultural, soft adventure, and niche activity like scuba diving and surfing. So example, this is what Thai people love to do. Like, you know, especially the millennials, they go for scuba diving, they organize a trip to surfing school in Bali, many things that you could do. And you see what are the local travel agencies in Thailand currently selling. They sell, of course, Borobudur, they sell Bromo Kawaiian, they sell many things that are new for the Thai. So I think when there is an opportunity in every crisis, I think it would be great if all of you can be first critical. You know, when there is a problem, don't complain. We try to look at the problem and analyze the situation, what we could do and what we could do better in order to survive during this situation. Second, we can do the creative. For the be creative, you know, you don't need to be create something new, but you try to find a solution that help solve the problem of the current situation. For example, like I can see that Thai tour operators now, they cannot sell the overseas trip, like cannot sell the Thai people to go overseas. So what they do, they come back to work it out to promote and to sell the domestic destination. I think you need to come back to review your business model in order to survive in this situation. I know it's quite challenging, but I'm sure if you could be critical, creative, and conceptual, you could be surviving. Conceptual, I mean like when you see the whole industry and pictures of the situation, you can see yourself, which position you are in, and this way you could do it better to be part of surviving. I think it's quite take time to, you know, to review the business model, but you need to do starting from now, and you're gonna see the trend, how trend is going to be changed, because things have not be the same anymore. So I hope that we could still like survive together, and I hope that if anything that I could help, and if you need any other information, just let me know. I will be your contact point. I know the local partners and I could help link you. And if you need information about the market, I could be the contact point for you. So last one, khap kun ka and terima kasih. So if you have any information, you can cap screen on my contact, email me, follow our Facebook. Yeah, and I hope that people could still survive together, and we are in this together, and we hope that people will travel again tomorrow, and I'm sure that Indonesia could be one of their preferred destination very soon. Thank you so much. ขอบคุณค่ะ
ขอบคุณครับคุณ Nikki. Thank you so much for all your explanation as a Fito. So Thailand has 69 million people. That's a big number. Big number.
Yeah.
So that means it is very, very potential for the destinations of Indonesia. But our record, Kuniki, especially for Bali, our record says that so far we have only 137,000 visitors in 2019. So it's very small. It means that being Fito, beside us here as inbounders, you also need to work more harder, I think, in the future to increase the number to Bali and to Indonesia. Yeah.
Well,
okay.
yeah, you need to consider like just 69 million. It doesn't mean that all of them go out. Only around 8 to 10 million people go overseas. And not only Indonesian, they have a lot of destination. So
Yeah.
I think a lot of destination now, they are really, really working out at the destination, the new
Yeah.
experience, that they convert.
Yeah, you already mentioned that the outbound of Thai people in 2018 is over 9 million, and then it's expected to increase in 2019, will become 10 million over. So with this increase, we are hoping that in Indonesia also get the share more, Bali and other places, because you already mentioned that Bali are very interesting, not only Bali. Yeah,
It is number one,
You have mentioned Medan, Riau, Jakarta, Surabaya, Bandung, and then Labuan Bajo, Komodo, and many others actually, which are very, very interesting.
Potential.
Yeah, and very important thing that you also mentioned for our inbound players here in Indonesia. Very important because of entering this new normal. So the health protocols like the cleanliness and health and safety is very important, and also flexibility. You mentioned that flexibility, and then you also mentioning price. But I think price in business is everywhere. Yeah, we try to be as competitive as possible, as interesting as possible, and very important also unseen location, unseen places. Yeah, so with this new normal, probably we have to create our new packages, which are maybe different from what we have before. Yeah, because the visitors, the travelers, they will be looking for what I just mentioned recently. They're looking for safety, health, and cleanliness. And I think the key, the last you mentioned that our inbounders, players in Indonesia, they need to be very critical and creative in order to survive with our businesses in tourism in the future. So I think all the participants have already noted all this, and let us give a big clap, a big hand to Kun Nikki.
Terima kasih, ขอบคุณค่ะ
ขอบคุณครับ. So now I would like to step forward, and we would like to give the opportunity to Kun Sutipong. Kun Sutipong is the president of TTAA, Thailand Travel Agent Association. I heard that Kun Sutipong is only recently appointed or elected as the president of TTAA, if I'm not mistaken, on the 29th of July. So I would like to congratulate to Kun Sutipong for being the president of TTAA in Thailand. So I think our participants that joining today are very happy, yeah, with you, and of course they would like also to listen to get information about the conditions of Thai outbound, etc., etc. So, Kun Chittipong, the time is yours. Thank you. Kapun Kap.
Thank you very much, the chairman. I would like to suggest, and introduce myself just for a while. First of all, I be president of TTAA 6 years ago, and then after that, I stepped out, and then just a few days ago, returned back again, according to uh, virus, virus, coronavirus again, to make all the industry, especially for tourism, just very weak. So I think at this moment, any president of any association, outbound, inbound, domestic, doesn't matter. It's very worst time to run the association. By the way, I want to say thank you to Kudiki first, because all information that Kudiki prepare is quite more detailed, like I prepared, because I just pick up the turn over for the job a few days ago. So that's all. So I don't have so much time to well prepare. But anyhow, I would like to give you for a general information for a TTA, and I got some question from uh, uh, your side to ask me about the situation and the problem and the many things that we supposed to conclude for you. So could I start for a run for the PowerPoint, please?
Happy?
Uh, can you? So we need to get your permission.
You want to present yourself or let our secretary?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay. It's coming.
It's okay.
It's coming already. Okay, that's okay. So, uh, okay, just start. Yeah, right now. Uh, Okay. Oh, so can you second that this is could I introduce myself again? Sudipom, Pradipom. This one, this t-shirt, I got it. Could I just give a little bit idea for TTAA? TTAA, this association we established since 36 years ago, but the fact, is supposed to be 1978, but that time it's like a club for ticketing agent and the agent who run the business for outbound. And then after 6 years later, we turned to be association, and then we run to be association around 36 years already. And the second one, please. Next one, please. And the next one. Can you run? Okay, this is a statistic, I would like to just say that it's quite similar, like Kuniki mentioned, I prepared only for 3 years for Thai travel to Indonesia. I would like to confess to you one thing. I've been in Indonesia several times, even though last year and a couple years ago, last year I think I had a big function for Rotary. I'm the one who handled Rotary 100 people to Indonesia, to Yogyakarta. And the figure for Thai tourists, I think you can see the graph. We compare for 3 years, 2017, 18, and 19. And the figure is same like Kun Nikki mentioned, so I'm not in detail. But I want to say that, every year we try to keep pushing, especially since when I be the president 6 years ago. And now I will try to make it harder to push the market back to Indonesia, because one thing that we have relay between our loyal family kings, Rama 5th, Rama 7th, and I've been several times to Bandung to bring Thai people to, visit, Okay, next one, please. Next one, please. Next one, please. I need to see the figure from Indonesia travel to Thailand. Next page, please. I don't know who's control. Yeah. Can you? Next one, please.
Excuse me, one moment, please. Happy itu next page bisa nggak?
And next, please. I don't know who control. I try to control from this side, but I can't.
Sorry.
It's all right.
Okay.
This is a Thai travel to Indonesia, but I need to just show you for Indonesia travel to Thailand. Oh, this is a pass already. It's all right.
Is this one correct?
Okay, this one. Just give me for why.
Okay.
This is Indonesia travel to Thailand. We compare around for 4 years. You know, so 2017 until 2020. I want to say thank you, you know, because every year the figure for Indonesian tourists, you know, come to Thailand more and more. But on the other hand, you know, I got a request from the CTA, even though from the embassy, that how we keep pushing Thai people to Indonesia. Just back around 5 and 6, 7 years, you know, the top 10 destination of three top of a destination for Thai tourists to Indonesia is already Bali. And maybe same like Nikki mentioned, but 5, 6 years ago, we try to keep pushing to the other city, just like Yogyakarta, just like Semarang, just like so in the center part of Shua. I have to say thank you for all of your tourism from many parts of Indonesia who came to Thailand, come to participate with TTAA, come to participate in travel fair. It's a very good feedback because every country who come to visit us in office TTAA, I try to convince all of them that first, you have to come to Thailand more often. Second, you have to come to Simida. And then if you have a budget, please try to do something for a friend trip so and so. And then when you open to join our travel fair, you will get success. So I think if you compare, since when we have a commit with your government that to increase the Thai tourists, we do little bit and little bit. Yeah. But on the other hand, the Indonesian tourists came to Thailand more and more. So we have to say thank you very much, for this figure. I try to make balance as soon as possible if the chance is coming, but right now because we have no traffic so on between Thailand and many countries for air traffic and for many conditions for the government during coronavirus. Next, please. Okay, I prepared the question, from your side. So please, the first question is, please, next one. Okay, the question that I get from your side, what are the complaints they have when visiting Indonesia destination? I tell you frankly, I check with most of the agents who operate the group to Indonesia, any destination, Jakarta, so and so and so, they will mention that set overprice for product or souvenir. Okay, the final price we can get very cheap, but we have to fighting for negotiate. This is one of the main point. If most of the shopping area can fix the price on try to do more flexible, not have her, set up too high, and let us, complain or negotiate. But again, 50%, 60%, I think I do appreciate. But the other, most of the Thai tourists never complain. Hotel, okay. You have many category, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star is perfect. Meal, cuisine, very good. You have a local food, you have a Chinese, even the Japanese, and so on. We never get any problem for meal. And the other, I think only one point for the high price, but it's not concerned for tour fare. The tour fare in Indonesia, very reasonable, I tell you frankly, very reasonable. So not difficult for us to keep pushing all the members to sell this market. Yeah. Okay, so one point that they complain, concern for the high price. Next one, please. Okay. What they complain again, they have when visiting Indonesia destination. I'm trying to conclude from many answer. They conclude like this: logistic. What we mean logistic? I understand that all the way from Jakarta to Bandung, or maybe all the way from Yogyakarta to many cities surround Yogyakarta. The traffic's not so easy, and the traffic move quite slowly. Sometimes we can't control the time. And the other thing concerned for logistics is the connection for the bus. Maybe Thai market, we are standard class. We're not a luxury class. We're not a premium class. So most of the bus on the coach that Thai agent use, the condition is not so good. Maybe too small. Maybe the seats they fix to very squeeze, something like that. Even though myself, I've been in Indonesia, I think more than 10, 20 years, I would get the good coach only I pay for premium coach or maybe just a luxury tour. But for standard tour, we got the complaint for the bus condition, felicity. So this is a conclusion from many agents, for they complain for logistic and for the bus condition, Okay, next please. Okay, after we complain already, we see what are the compliments they have when visiting Indonesia destination. We have a lot of answers, but we conclude that friendly people of Indonesia, mostly very friendly like Thai people. They smile, they very welcome tourists, especially Thai people. We are same like you, same skill, same test. So anywhere we've been, we are get welcome. So I think it's a main point because I know that you should be one of the key points for Thai market. I think you heard that this Thailand, the land of smile, same. I think Indonesia, you do the same thing. Anywhere we've been, anywhere we go, we see a local people willing to smile. So it's a very important, and I think that should be the one of the key points that Indonesia should be doing. Not like many countries, the people, even though they welcome, but they not smile. This is very important, very important. I think local friendly. And next one, please. This one, what are the compliments they have when they arrive Indonesia destination? we want to tell you that we are association who consists by outbound agent, nearly 800 members, and each member they do all each destination. But we have a member who concern Southeast Asia, especially Indonesia. If I check, after I check, it's around 50 agents up to 100 agents. They always concerned around this area: Indonesia, Malaysia, Brunei, Malaysia, so and so. But if include the other, it's around 200 agents. But Indonesia only is around 50 up to 75 agents. The thing that Thai tourists love, and I want to say that this is compliment from your side when they arrive in the destination. Culture, culture, culture in Indonesia. You are very strong, and every group, when they've been there, they see the show performance and so on. Very impressive, especially in Bali. Tell you plainly, because you have something unique, So I want to say thanks because even though last year, Kuniki have a small a function, and I be joy, and I the one very lucky to have a lucky draw, and I got a ticket and hotel in Bali. After 5-6 years, I never been Bali. I'm back again to Bali. Wow, it's still the same. The people, so and so, still be the same. So nice, and you prepare, you arrange the system. I think one of the best in Indonesia. So culture, Thai people very impressive, and I personal myself, I love it. Any drama and so and so, the culture is very excellent. When compared with the other city in Indonesia, you are the best. Next one, please. What are they the compliment again they have when they visit a destination? Okay, this one I'm not concerned too much for which religion, but I generally say religion because in Indonesia, 85-90% Muslims, okay. But the rest in Bali, I know that you are Buddhist, Hindu, and Thai people mostly 90%, 85-90% is Buddhist. So every time when we've been Bali, we feel that like we've been at home. You have a lot of culture, you have a lot of the way for your life, your religions in Bali, quite the same like us, quite the same like Buddhists, So everyone who's been in Bali, they always compare when we been the other, just like okay, Jakarta, Medan, Bandung, so and so, except Yogyakarta, because Yogyakarta not far away from Yogyakarta is Buluputo. That one is something left for the Buddhist religion for more than 1,000 years ago. So I think religion, for Thai people, especially when we've been there, and if we have lucky, we see that some parade, some festival with concern for the religions of in Bali. We very happy, and everyone very exciting for this. So I think that it's a unique point for Bali, and please keep it. Because you are different from the other city, in Indonesia. Next, please. And the last one, this is one of the highlight. I think you can accept yourself that your country is a thousand island, because and your country you have a volcanic area, right? You have a lot of volcanic area. You have a lot of island. It's beautiful, and you have a landscape, so and so, and you have a very nice beach. So this is one of the key point for Thai people. Even though Thai people they feel first when before they be in Indonesia, before they be in Bali, they think that it's Indonesia same like Thailand. The same like Thailand. We have a beach, we have a beach. We have island, we have island. But we don't have volcanic area, but you have volcanic area. Okay, religion, okay, we're different, so and so. But natural, scenery, you are, I think I would say that you are one of the top 10 country. It's a beautiful destination. It's very worth to be in there because I've been Indonesia, okay, several times, but I never been the other big island. I've been only Sumatra, so Jawa, Lombok. Okay, I've been some, but still less when compared with the other nice scenery in your country. So I think this is one of the compliment for Thai tourists. Every Thai tourist will be in your country for this. Okay. Next one, please. Now, one of the questions that you mentioned, not this one, please, before this one. Okay. Are there new members who want to sell Indonesia destination? I will say that absolutely 100%. According to, we have a coronavirus, 2019. Last year, we have a member around 800 members, but now we have 50 to 60. They can't survive. They say goodbye, travel business, I can't stand anymore because we didn't get any support from the government. It's have a long story. If I mention, maybe it's not so nice to show that our government discreet for outbound, But anyhow, we talk to every Minister of Tourism that every kind of business, especially travel business, we have two-way traffic, in and out. Sometimes in 4, out 1. Some country 1. Some country just like between Thai and Indonesia, we still 1 to you, and you came to us 1.5 or 1.8. This is the reason why we try to get a new member. At this moment, around 1 week, we got a new member come to apply already for around 10 agents already. Why? Why we got a new agent? Because I announced when I have a general election, that in the term, if I can be the committee of TTAA this time, during my term, couple of years, I wait for the register fee. It costs each year around, let's say, $140 per year. It's been 2 years. They wait $280, I need to keep the member. I need them to survive. So when we have a new member coming, I think that they would like to go to Indonesia destination. Yes. Next one, please. And I would like to suggest, this is the way that I'm trying to convince all NTO, National Tourism Organization, every country who came to see us, especially when back to more 6 years ago, I'm the one of the president tried to convince NTO from every country who came to Thailand that if you need to increase the Thai tourists, need to increase the figure for Thai tourists, you have to follow me like this system. And I would like to tell you, Japan, India, such as, and many countries from European countries, and so on, they come to visit me. Even though the committee of EU come to see me, how can we increase the Thai tourists to that? I say, you bet you like this. Okay, first, you come to join with us, especially if you have a chance, you start to do seminar. You can do by yourself, or you can come to work with us because we have a meeting room can contain around 50 to 70 people to promote your country, this seminar. And if you need to do a workshop and so on, it's all right. And next one, please. If you start to do seminar already, okay, you come to make presentation, you have many representative from each part of your country, just from Jakarta, from Yogyakarta, from Bandung, from IINTOA, from Bali, you come. But I see that every time when you came, you should be get together. You should be come to pack together. If you come time to time, it's not strong enough. And especially the agent, they don't have so much time to come to a seminar. But if you come to under tourism of Indonesia, okay, this part, you come together. You have a big seminar, and then you just start to do a workshop. Okay. Some NGO, some part of your country, maybe if you have budget, you just start to do workshop. I and the committee, we can select the agency, the real one to support you. We not just only spread your news and hey, Indonesia tourism so and so have a function. Anyone who wants to join? No, we don't do like that. We try to select. Maybe we work with Kuniki. Kuniki is the one that one of the organizer who select the real agent who operate the group to Indonesia. So maybe she and TTAA, we can work together, select and workshop. Next please. Next please. And then after that, you see what the Indonesia Tourism Authority and local DMC should be do to attract more tourists. After you start, like I mentioned, you do seminar or you make presentation from your place, you make a workshop ready, you better arrange small fan trip. I would like to tell you one thing. For many years, when any agent do the friend trip, sometimes they select just a wrong agent. They didn't study that this agent never do to Indonesia, but they want to try. Okay, they select. But then after that, when they been there, they come back to Bangkok or Thailand. They didn't work it. They go for pleasure. So I think that friend trip should be concerned for seminar and workshop. Any agent who concern and concentrate for that, any activity that you do or we do, okay, we select to do a friend trip to any destination. It's up to you. And the costing, I think that they can support themselves some part and some part, maybe absorb on the range by your side. I think this is a very success because most of NTO that I mentioned do like this and very success. Next one, please. After I tell you 3 steps already, last step that Kudiki just mentioned, travel fair, TTAA, amongst 10 years, we do travel fair twice a year. But last year, when epidemic just crisis last year before coronavirus came, and now coronavirus came again, so we had to postpone travel fair from last year August to be January. And at this moment, we're still meeting board committee that we can do or not for travel fair. Maybe we need to postpone a little bit, because at this moment,
your time is
for the air, not concerned, Okay, we are nearly finished already. And the next one, please, I go too fast, before the Okay, did you ever find it? Okay, this is the way that we do. Okay, next please. Okay, you can see by yourself. This is the way that we arrange for all of NTO. And next one, please. Okay, and next one, please. Okay, this is the figure. Nikki told you already, we got 30 million, and this is the top 10 for tourists to Thailand. And the last one that I would like to say that, what kind of factor to make it possible? Next one, please. Yeah, we finished already. What kind of factor to make it possible for Thai to get tourists 39 million? First, culture. Next one, please. Second, food. Next one, please. Natural. Next one, please. Festival. Next one, please. And the last one is entertainment. So I'm sorry, this is the first time for me to make a presentation by Zoom. I didn't well prepare for this, so I apologize for anyone who take that just too long, because next time I try to conclusion in time that I have it. So thank you very much for everyone to listen to me. Thank you very much. ขอบคุณมากครับ
Okay, thank you very much, Kun Sutipong. ขอบคุณครับ So it was a great information to our Indonesian tour operators or inbounders who are joining this online seminar today. Of course, Kun Sutipong was explaining just now, containing two things, of course. One is about good comments and bad comments. I think we all know that all tour operators who play inbound here in Indonesia, we have to all explained by So the good things about Indonesia, he already mentions that we have very beautiful destination, very unique, and then we have very friendly people, culture, beautiful nature everywhere all over Indonesia, and also religious. Especially Bali, Hindu, and also other part of Indonesia, of course, the other regions. And there are some, of course, negative comments, which we also have to know, every one of us. One is high price, but of course,
ฉันก็ให้เขาคุมไปก็ได้นะเราก็แค่บอกว่า next
I'm still commenting. So then is commented with no facilities inside. So then suggested us to attract Thais in the future, entering this new normal. So we should be able to create some of, and the next is workshop and fam trip, but definitely Kun Sutipong, our IINTOA, will try to organize this, to arrange a fam trip to the destination, whichever in Indonesia. We'll try to organize that in the future for the fam trip. And then for the travel fair, I do not know if you know, we have one international standard travel fair, which is called Bali and Beyond Travel Fair.
I used to be before, yes. Great. Yes.
You have to come then.
You can come. Yeah. In 2000, I will invite you to Sutipong. In 2021, we will have this on June 8 to 12. 8 to 12 on June. And actually, ATA, the inbound associations of Thai travel agents in Thailand, they already joined this event 2 years ago. They bring, if I'm not mistaken, nearly 20 companies to coming as sellers. So we hope that BBTF 2021 not only the sellers, but also I would like you to suggest many of your outbound flyers to come and attend this Bali and Beyond Travel Fair, because we have many buyers from many countries. So last time we are inviting around 330 buyers from nearly 50 countries. Nearly 50 countries. It's good for your sellers also promoting your destination there. Besides your buyers themselves coming to BBTF to sell all what we have in Indonesia. So thank you again, Kun, comments letter or from our participant today. Thank you. And now I would like to give the opportunity to Kun Pramas Mosho, Kun Tai. The time is yours, 15 minutes. Thank you so much. And Kun Tai is a tour operator in Thailand, sailing many destinations, of course, including Indonesia and of course Bali. Kun Tai, time is yours, 15 minutes.
Thank you, Kun Adana. Good afternoon. And can you hear?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Good. First of all, I would like to thank you, Kun Ardana, and the Indonesia Inbound Tour Operator Association for inviting me today. It's really a great pleasure to be here. And I would like to share you a little bit about my company. May I have the first slide, please? Can I control my own slide, please?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, you can do that.
I need you to allow me actually.
Okay, please continue, Kun Tai.
Okay. All right. I hope you can see the slide clearly. I cannot see it from here.
I can.
You can, yes? Okay.
It's very clear.
Very
Oops.
clear.
Very clear, yeah.
Keep
All
going.
right. Okay, so let me introduce our company then. Oriental Vista established in the year 2000, and now we are doing both inbound and outbound market, and also wholesale land service for Thai sub agencies. Yes, and we have sent tourists from Thailand to Indonesia, and also we welcome Indonesian tourists to Thailand too, especially from Bali and Jogja to Thailand. And we actually focus on selling Asia and Indonesia market, especially Indonesia, of course, both for leisure and business, and for groups or FIT. And I believe it's the same topic to everyone. We are talking about the Indonesian tourism prospect to Thai market. And so I would try to go fast because this information seemed to be mentioned before. As you see, last year only we have around 11 million people from Thailand travel abroad, and Laos and Malaysia seem to be number 1 and 2, but this cannot really explain that they are all Thai tourists visiting to these two destinations, because we have border, land border next to Thailand. So any day I can just walk into Malaysia or walk into Laos, so I might just go for shopping or a dish of noodle and come back like that. So I would say if we are talking about tourists from Thailand visiting overseas, I would say Japan and China, Korea, Vietnam, and Singapore seem to be our top 5. And as we all know, last year we have around 137,000 Thai visiting to Indonesia. And this year is different because we have this pandemic. So the Thai people would be more of awareness in safety and so on. So there might be a difference in the way they do travel. And as there will be travel in the new normal way, and I believe everyone have mentioned those, so I'm going to go quickly through, because now Thai people can travel domestically already. We can go anywhere in Thailand freely. And most of the people after these quarantine that we have to stay home, once the government allowed us to travel, we seem to very much like to go out and really eager to travel within the country, actually. But they're still worried about the second wave, as we all know. So the Thai people still travel with the new normal way, still wearing masks, keep distances, wash their hands, and so on. And I believe anywhere else in the world would practice the same. But when we allow to travel outbound, that's we have to say when. Not like Indonesia, did you say, okay, 11 September, but our country is still a hope in the sky that we will be able to travel one day. But if we can travel again, surely people would take the first opportunity, and they will surely choose the country that they are more confident about the safety and the health issue. And I'm sure that Indonesia will be in mind of the destination. And as you may have heard of the term travel bubble.
Yes.
This travel bubble, if we can promote between Thailand and Indonesia, it would ease on the decision of traveling, because the Thai people want to go into the place that they are sure about. If they are there, will they be safe? Will they be treated well, and so on? And so the travel bubble scheme will help really quite a lot if we have these opportunity. And for some of the research, in looking at the behavior of the Thai tourists, we think that the Thai tourists will not want to go very far away. If they have to fly to the destination, 5 hours is quite a good timing. More than that is a little bit too far already. And also they would prefer to go to the place with no visa required. And of course, affordable price, attractive price, but luxury is also in mind. So how about some luxury in affordable price? Yes, will be really good and will help them decide on going to the destination easier. And if we can have this travel bubble in between Thailand and Indonesia, both government has to be more clear about the protocol. The Thai people who would be travel overseas would surely want to know if once they get to Indonesia, will there be any quarantine? They will be facing a swab test at their cost or at your cost, you know, and if they will face the same thing when they return home or not. So these kind of thing must be announced, and I'm sure that the update information or announcement of the current situation about the immigration, about the entry policy, health standard news from Indonesia tourism would be a great help to make the Thai people decide to choose Indonesia as instead of, you know, number 19, possibly go up to number 1 of 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. So it's quite an opportunity there. And suppose all this is clear and the Thai people decide, okay, Indonesia, my next travel destination. What are they thinking of? when the Thai people thinking of going to Indonesia, there are many places they are thinking of, and because there are quite a news about the destination, and I saw on TV program once in a while there's the promotion on this destination in Indonesia. So when we think of going to Indonesia, they will think of all destinations from west to east, which are of course quite a lot, but what would first come in mind? If I want to go to Indonesia, where should I go? No question, Bali. Because Bali is really well known amongst the Thai, and also it's very easy to get there. We have a direct flight from several airlines, fly direct Bangkok, Denpasar, and several flights a day. So that is really convenience, and the cost is, as far as I'm concerned, last year cost for airfare, so that's really helped. And just only I hope that after the pandemic, the price would keep down there still, and the direct flight is still there available for the Thai to take to go into their beloved destination. And Bali has a lot to offer, as we all know. It's very rich in culture, and people love the spirit of the island. They like beautiful beaches. They love your nature, mountains, traditional villages, and we like shopping there. Shopping there is really quite a heaven there, and we can bargain and so on. So batik and other handicraft. Even salak is something that every Thai goes to Indonesia they will be looking for. So it's considered as the shopping paradise as well. But beside Bali, where else will be thinking of? Of course, Yogyakarta. Yogyakarta is well known for Borobudur, of course, as we all know, Thai people would be going to Borobudur for religious purpose, and some people would just go to see one of the so-called 7 wonders of the world, and take the opportunity to see the largest Hindu sculpture in Prambanan, or pray at the Chandi Benzut, or visit to Ratu Boko or Kraton Yogyakarta also. All this is what actually we have in mind already. But beside that, where else? Surabaya. Well, if we are thinking about Surabaya, I think most of us would just think of Bromo. But some of the Thai who has the adventurous mind would also go to Kawa Ijen as well. And I think there are several other tourist attraction that Surabaya tried to introduce to the Thai, which I hope will be more and more destination to let the Thai visit to. And other city, of course, Jakarta and Bandung. Jakarta and Bandung will be more for business, as I have to say that since we are working for Thai people visiting to Indonesia, we mostly found that the Thai people go to Jakarta and Bandung. First decision is that they go for a meeting.
Sorry, you have 4 minutes left, Kuntai. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. And so they also go to like Medan and for sightseeing. And what about other destination? Of course, there are many other places that we can visit, like Komodo Island, and to explore the East Nusa Tenggara, and to visit to Lombok, or even hiking at the Mount Rinjani, or to dive at the Raja Ampat, or so on. But for the destination that you already have people visit, you should add more activities to draw more tourists to your destination. Of course, Bali has Bali Swing and all those good photo stop. And Georgia has something like jeep therapy, which can be quite interesting. And I should mention to have a Bayjack ride in Georgia is also very interesting, which you only add it when we use the bus, and the bus cannot take people into some small street. But Bayjack and Bayjack ride is really a charm of the city. You should consider that in the itinerary, no matter they use the car or the bus though. And of course, good food and good resort and fun shopping place added onto the itinerary, so you surely will draw more Thai tourists. So I think I'll try to complete the, do I still have time or my time is running out? Okay, one last thing that I would like to mention is that the keyword that you would do to attract more Thai people, beside all the good place to stay, good attraction, good meal, local guide is really important. And Thai speaking guide is really more preferable, which I believe very, very hard to get in Indonesia. And also another thing is about transportation. As many of us has been mentioned, your bus is smaller, and for the people who go for business, they prefer bigger cars. So how about some bigger cars in Jakarta, for example? Okay, and I'm going to round that up now, and I hope you have quite good information from my presentation. And if anyone has more question, do not hesitate to drop in your question, and I would be more than pleasure to answer if I could.
Yep.
Terima kasih. Thank you and khop kun.
Thank you, Kuntai, khop kun kap. Thank you so much for all your information. Being a tour operator in Thailand, also selling outbound to Indonesia, you already mentioning that Indonesia is one of the top destinations for your company, of course. There are so many places that you're interested to promote and sell, not only Bali, but also there are many places like Yogyakarta, Surabaya, Jakarta, and others, of course. But very important, you were mentioning that entering this new normal, I think we are as inbounders here in Indonesia, we must be ready to fulfill the health protocol. Yeah, like the cleanliness, the health and safety. I think this will be very important for your tourists from Thailand this coming new normal. And also, of course, they will be expecting luxury places with safety and competitive prices, of course. They expect for that. And then you also mentioned that you hope that there will be travel bubble between Indonesia and Thailand, but this is of course G2G. Of course, we also expecting all those. And also Kuntai saying that there should be more activities, yeah, in some places or in some destinations in Indonesia, like in Yogyakarta, probably Becak, yeah, and also in other places. Like now in Bali, there are many photo stops and swings and so on and so on. So being experienced outbound tour operators, I think all the participants have been listening what we must do in the future for the Thai visitors. So let us give a big hand to Kuntai. Thank you so much again. Yeah. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, now we are entering the question and answer. We are now entering the question and answer. So there are 4 speakers, as you know. We had the Vice Governor of Bali, Pak Chok Aceh, who is now, because Pak Chok Aceh, the Vice Governor, has left us already. Now we have the representative there, who is Dayu Indah, yeah, from the government. And then next, we still have Nikki from Fito. Then we still have the president of TTAA, Kun Sutipong. And we also have from Oriental Vista, Kun Thai. So if there is any question from the participant, we still have around 20 minutes until we reach 5 p.m. Indonesian time. So we still have 20 minutes, and we give you time if you would like to know more from whoever the speakers. Time is yours, participant. Thank you. Please. Silakan yang mau bicara siapa saja. Karena saya lihat di ininya, di chatnya ada yang nulis bertanya di sana.
Ardana, ada satu pertanyaan dari Daxioma.
So we'll give you the time. Please, what is your question?
Pak Ardana bisa lihat di chat room, ada satu pertanyaan.
Siapa namanya itu, Pak?
Daxioma, Pak, dari Daxioma.
Daxioma, siap.
Yeah.
Oke, silakan dari Daxioma.
Iya.
Ya.
Saya bacakan aja, Pak, ya.
Ya, buka aja, Pak, biar dia langsung tanya.
Question to Mr. Sutipong. Let me first introduce myself. My name is Danajaya Axioma, ex-director at ASEAN Japan Center. Could you share to us how Thailand could attract so much tourists from Middle East through Thailand is a Buddhist majority country, while Indonesia, as the biggest Muslim country, could not attract so much? Is there any strategy or policy in grabbing this Muslim market? Thank you. This is from Danajaya Axioma.
Thank you very much. I would like to just say, but I'm not exactly answer because I'm not the one who do inbound. Mostly I do for outbound, right? But I have concern when I'm talking all the members from inbound association at that. Why? We have a lot of Middle East tourism come to Thailand. One of the key points, most of them came to Thailand concerned for healthcare. They always came to Thailand just to shake up the body, so and so, and especially for the hospital association. This group, they are very strong. They travel to Middle East, to do the road show. Most of the country in Middle East, this group association from the hospital, support by government, TTAA, and include the Ministry of Tourism. They support some budget to the road show for convince all the people from Middle East who want to shake up the body, and for many operation surgeons, so and so. This is I think more than 40-50% of Middle East tourism came to Thailand. Even though Thailand, we are not the main culture, we are not the main religion for Muslim, but they came because they come to shake up the body, and the rest, many members of ETA or inbound association, they have some group, they mix by Muslim, Buddhist, so and so. They decide the program for Middle East people, only Middle East people, when they traveling, so and so, the accommodation, so and so, the food, the cuisine, so and so, the sightseeing, so and so. They especially decide for this group. So after they go back, most of them, I think more than 75%, appreciate, and then mouth to mouth. So the figure for Middle East country just go on, and go on. I know that the major point, they supposed to go to Indonesia, they're supposed to go to Malaysia, to Brunei, but so I can conclude why they come to Thailand, because we are set up the group of a private sector very strong, and support by the government to give them a good cancer. This is the answer that I can give to you. In deep in detail, maybe I had to just give me the question and I bring you to the whole book and reply that to you by email, something like that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kun Sitipong. So I hope it's answering the questions of Dananjaya from Axioma. So what Thailand do is the government helping, supporting the industry to do the promotion. The budget is coming from the government. I hope I'm true. I'm correct. Yeah? So the government is helping the budget. Besides, in Thailand, there is a inbound association which is called ATA. Yeah, ATA, Associations of and Travel Agency, Thailand Travel Association for inbound, and they also often go and bring the members to promote the destination Thailand. They're sharing all the expenses and so on, and the result is good enough to bring the Middle East people to Thailand. Am I correct? Okay, so that is the answer, Pak Dananjaya. We have to do thing in Indonesia. So I think Indonesia, the ministry is also helping us, yeah, to set up the booth when we are going to international event. But also our some of our companies, they go doing this promotion together also. The expenses the same like what you mentioned. Of course, we will try to continue this and maybe to encourage the government to do more, to promote, yeah, probably come also to Thailand so that we can get more Thai tour operators sending tourists to Indonesia. Thank you so much. Is that clear, Pak Dananjaya, or do you have any more question? Thank you.
Next, Pak Ardana, from the press, Alex Kurniawan. Shall we let him say directly on the meeting room?
Please.
Pak Alex, please unmute yourself, Pak Alex, from TTG Asia.
Halo Pak Ardana.
Yeah. Yes.
Halo Pak.
Yeah. Alex,
yeah. My question is, what is the strategy from the Bali administration and from the members of IINTOA or the to attract Thai tourists to come to Indonesia? Have you made a special have you made a special package such as a discount or maybe a good deals to attract Thai tourists to come to Indonesia later after this pandemic is over?
Is enough?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Pak Alex. I think the answers will be coming from the government of Bali, which is represented by Ibu Dayu Indah. So that is one. And then after that, I would like to ask maybe Pak Paul to answer the question as well from IINTOA. So how do we attract tourists coming from Thailand to our destination? Benar Pak gitu ya pertanyaannya ya?
Iya Pak.
Iya Pak.
Correct. So now I'll give the opportunity to Ibu Dayu to answer the question of Pak Alex, and then after that continued by Pak Paul Talo. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much for the times given, Pak Tut Ardana. I am, as the representative of the Bali Government Tourism Office, would like to answer the question. So our strategy to attract the tourists from Thailand is that next year, after this COVID pandemic outbreak has calming, we would like to make a farm trip, as well as to promote the beautiful culture and also our beautiful nature, as well as that that is very attractive for the tourists of Thailand. And also we would like to make like a cooperation with the tourism industry, especially with the hotels, and then the tourism objects that they will make hot deals or cheaper prices for the Thai tourists, something like that. And also, of course, online promotion, of course, because we are promoting digital tourism promotion through the social media like Facebook. And then we also try to encourage or invite YouTuber, vlogger from Thailand to come to Bali, and then give them the experiences in Bali. So that, and then they will upload their experiences in their social media. So it will be like a soft selling for Bali through that YouTuber and vlogger from the Thai country, something like that. Probably my answer will be completed by the tourism industry. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Saya sambung Pak ya.
Ya.
Silakan Pak Paul.
Mas Ales, thank you for questioning. What is the strategy of IINTOA members to welcome Thai people to Bali? My answer is actually connecting to Kun Musov. The strategy is to give trust and confidence. If I may learn from Ibu Nia, the Director General of Marketing of Tourism Office in Jakarta. Trust and confidence is to give all those who would like to visit Bali or Indonesia. Number one, we actually give the price that Ms. Musov said, if possible, the same price as 2020 or 2019. So not to increase the price too much. But I think everybody should understand that in 5 months, there's no income at all, no activity, and everyone in the tourism business are terrified, hungry. So how to make the price too cheap to make the tourists to come, but they can eat after the activities. So my suggestion is to keep the price, but to convince the clients to give better services as we do. And one thing, what the Indonesians do is to keep health and safety. Using mask in every activities, from the airport to all the destinations in the tourism attraction. And that is one of the strategy that we can offer to the all visitors, that we can serve better in this way. So that is my answer, Mas Ales.
Okay.
And then secondly, Pak Ardana moderator, please let me, because the time is running out, I would like to say thank you to Ms. Nikki, Ms. Sutipong, and Ms. Musov for the participation as the chairman of IINTOA. I never gave speech in my welcome opportunity. I just gave after the whole thing almost terminated, and I can just explain what we are and what we are doing. Number one, for Ms. Nikki, my request is to keep promoting Indonesia. And thank you to share the address to my member. So I believe the IINTOA member will write to you. Thank you, especially to my chairman of ASITA Bali, Mr. Ketut Ardana, and the secretary of Mr. Putu, who also very active to promote to the members how to attract more partners from outside, from Thailand, from all other countries. So thank you very much, Pak Ardana and Pak Putu. Keep that job smoothly. Dan yang kedua, secondly, I would like to thank you for Mr. Sutipong. No wonder you are elected. You were elected as the chairman of
TTAA.
Of TTAA. How you speak, how you explain, how you elaborate all those marketing sense. Then you did very good. I like it. I like the vein. I learned from you today.
Thank you. Thank you.
But my question is, why Thailand more popular than Indonesia? You have 38,000 million people, while the Indonesian only have 16 million. Can you share with us your secret strategy to make the Indonesian and my friends can attract more tourists? You answer later, sir. And next, my question is, can you share with us, to your member, that the international tour operators, wholesalers from Europe and America who visit Thailand, work in Thailand and say, hi, why don't you go down to Indonesia and work with the IINTOA members there? So because I know that more American and European tour operators, the big one, they have offices in your country. Thank you, Kun Sutipong.
Thank you.
And to Miss Muso, thank you very much. You learned by heart all those numbers of Indonesian tourist attraction. I really admire. So I thank you very much indeed. And I hope next time we can meet. Oh yeah, one thing, about fam trip. I would like very much to have your members to be in Indonesia, or one day I bring my members to Thailand. Thank you. Please answer my questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Pak Paul. I also would like to thank you to Ibu Dayu, who has already answered the questions of Pak Alex and also Pak Paul. So the strategy how to bring the tourists to the destination, Ibu Dayu already explained that. Of course, one of them is by having a fam trip, because by that way we can give some experience, some knowledge about the nature that we have at the destination, about culture, and then cooperate with the hotel industries and other tourism stakeholders at the destination by making hot deal products, etc., etc. And then digital promotions by social media, bloggers for Thailand market, and give them experience in Bali. And then Pak Paul says that we're not going to increase the prices that we had already 2019 when we're entering the new normal 2000, maybe end of this year or 2021. We would like to keep that prices with better services. See? So keep the prices, but with better prices. But of course, most important is to follow and to stick with the health protocol, like cleanliness, health, and safety. So that is the strategy. I hope that also answering the question by Alex. So because the time is already over, yeah, it's already 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. Indonesian time. That's what we prepared. That's what we promised. So once again, thank you very much for all the.
Pak Ardana. Jawab dulu pertanyaan tadi.
Siapa?
Pak Mr. Kun, Mr. Sutipong.
Pertanyaannya apa itu, Pak?
Sudah disampaikan tadi.
So, yang jawab siapa?
Mr. Sutipong yang jawab.
Okay, yeah. So I would like to thank you to Kun Sutipong that you already answered the questions from the participant. I believe that your answer is very satisfying. Yeah, because there were no additional questions, so that means that your answer is satisfying. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so because the time is over.
No. Pak Sutipong mau jawab pertanyaannya, Pak.
Okay, is it so? I'm sorry, I miss it. Okay.
Thank you.
The question. Thank you, please.
Yes, Mr. Sutipong, please.
Would you like to answer the question?
I think the question that you asked me, you need to know the strategy, right, for Thailand. While we have 69 million, and we have nearly 40 tourism, 40 million for tourism, from all over. Very short, just really clear. Your organization, both part government and private sector, you used to be, let's say, come together compact and unity, like in Thailand, TTAA, Ministry of Tourism, they full support for inbound association. They full support hotel association, and they full support many associations who concern for tourists. But unfortunately, they not support TTAA because we are due outbound. This is for many, many years. TTAA, we had to stand alone and stand on our leg. But anyhow, we try to just keep going and running until 36, 37 years already. And I try to turn the attitude for the government that it has two-way traffic. If you need tourists from every country, Thai tourists supposed to be there. Okay, the ratio, I tell you, 1 for 10, 1 for 5, 1 for 1, 1 for 2, doesn't matter. But this is a little bit trick that your government and your private sector, you had to unity. And when you move, marketing plan and so on, you should be come along together. You should not split, this part, that part, so on. And then we, outbound association, sometimes we a little bit confused because sometimes government have a seminar this week. Next week, the other association, the other NTO, some part of your country came again, slightly do the same thing. So it's hard for us to get together all the members to attend once. So I think that this is one of the tricks that strategy that our government quite success, and they keep running to support all the time until the figure, the number of budget that says support for private sector quite a lot for inbound, but for outbound they don't support. Okay, we requested they help us time to time, but normally they support for domestic and inbound. So for your size, you are inbound. So you better keep contact close to the government and try to ask the government just walk along together. I think you can hit the target, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, Pak Paul, is that
yes, Pak Ardana, my chairman of Asita yang ganteng. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Pak Paul, and thank you also very much, Kun Sutipong. You've been answering the questions of Pak Paul. I think it's the same like in Indonesia. Those inbound associations will be more supported by the government, but the outbound association maybe not really as far as budget is.
We quite understand, yeah.
Yeah, you're correct. Eh? Yeah, okay. So it means that IINTOA must have good relationship with the government, try to sit more together so that we will be helped when we're doing promotions to bring more tourists from other countries to the destination. Thank you so much, Kun Sutipong, and thank you very much to all the speakers, the Vice Governor of Bali, Pak Aceh, who is now represented by Bu Dayu. Terima kasih, Bu Dayu.
Terima kasih, Bu Dayu.
And then, okay, thank you also, Kun Niki. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Next time.
ขอบคุณค่ะ
Yeah, next time we will invite you again. Yeah, Kapun next time we will invite you again to be the speaker.
Yes, my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Kun Pipong as the president of TTAA. Once again, congratulations. I hope you can be a good leader, yeah, in Thailand for TTAA. And thank you.
No wonder he was elected.
Yeah, that's right. I agree with that. So also thank you very much.
Foto dulu, Pak.
Kun Tai, my colleague.
Foto dulu, gini.
Thank you so much for your good presentation. I know that you're very experienced with Indonesia destination. And to all my colleagues at IINTOA, sudah bekerja sama dengan baik. So thank you for your
Jangan lupa foto, Pak.
And also thank you very much for all the participants. And I hope next time when we have this kind of activity again.
Foto Pak, foto Pak.
Halo, Pak.
I would like you to join, all the participants from other part of Indonesia, because I know that there's some coming from Kalimantan, from Sumatra, from Java, from Bali, many other places. So next time, we would like you to join IINTOA, and we would like you to listen to all our tour operators, Vito, or whatever. Thank you so much, dan terima kasih banyak. I will close this online seminar. Om Santi, Santi, Santi Om.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih
ขอบคุ
banyak.
ณค่ะ
Thank you very much. ขอบคุณครับ
ขอบคุณครับ
ขอบคุณคุณสุทธิพงศ์นะคะ
ครับขอบ
ข
คุ
อบ
ณ
คุ
มา
ณ
กค
คุ
รับ
ณสุทธิพงศ์นะคะ
เก่ง
แล้วเดี๋ยว
มาก
เจอกันอาทิตย์หน้า